The People's Court today at 4:30.
Good morning, Ian.
Good morning, little sister.
I brought you some juice.
Thank you.
Oh, what happened here?
Oh, it was an accident.
How? What was it?
You didn't hear anything last night, did you?
No. Wait, I woke up once. I thought I heard something, then I thought I was just dreaming because the house was so quiet, I went back to sleep.
Well, I'm glad you didn't come downstairs. If you had, it would have been unfortunate.
What? What are you talking about?
I had a late visitor. He had a little accident with Raven's photograph.
An accident?
Yes.
You're up to your nasty little games again, aren't you, Ian? Someone came here last night and threatened you. Isn't that it?
No more need to be said, Camilla.
Who was it?
He was an associate. He wanted something. I gave it to him, and he left.
You didn't even call the police?
But what would I have told them? That a fellow professional wanted some illegal document from me?
You might have been hurt, Ian. Didn't that ever occur to you?
The thought did cross my mind.
Ian, you terrify me. I've always thought this spy business of yours was just a playful game. Now I'm beginning to realize how actually dangerous it is. Oh, Ian, please, get out of it. Why don't you go into some business, some profession, anything?
Like what? A used car salesman? I'm not suited to anything else, Camilla.
And do you think you're trained for this? Skulking around, making midnight rendezvous, passing codes written in invisible ink? Oh, Ian, have you given any thought to the consequence of your little activities? For all I know, the entire world may come tumbling down, all because of you.
Complain all you like, Camilla, but don't go moral on me. Look, I'm terribly sorry that you're upset by this business last evening, but it wasn't all that threatening, that I can assure you. The photo was damaged by accident. I'm simply relieved that you didn't have to be a part of it.
So am I, Ian. So am I.
That's the worst part of my business, Camilla. It sometimes involves people around me. That's why I was apprehensive about your coming to Monticello. People near to me sometimes end up as hostages.
Hostages? Oh, that's a comforting thought.
Hello? Oh, good morning.
Hi, Ian. How you doing?
Splendid, thank you, Raven. How are you?
Oh, I'm wonderful, and I had a great time last night.
Yes, I enjoyed it thoroughly, too.
Well, I just called you to remind you that you invited me over for lunch today, and you're supposed to teach me how to play chess.
Oh, I needed no reminder.
Good. It's on then?
Most certainly. I'm looking forward to it.
Is 1 o'clock okay?
That's not soon enough for me. But I'll curb my impatience until 1. And I'll see you then. All right. Bye-bye.
Raven Alexander, a future hostage?
The Edge of Night is brought to you by Safeguard Deodorant Soap. People like Safeguard so much it's always the smallest soap in the house. And by squeezably soft Charmin bathroom tissue.
Oh, she's so cute. Let me give her a squeeze.
That reminds me. Mr. Whipple, you've changed.
Oh?
You don't say, please don't squeeze the Charmin anymore.
Well, I stopped because no one ever listened to me. It wasn't all bad. That squeezing got you to try Charmin. The softness keeps you coming back for more. How soft is Charmin? Watch. Drop a fragile egg. But on Charmin, it won't break, Because Charmin's so cushiony, so squeezably soft. And that's the whole idea behind Charmin. The squeezing gets you, the softness keeps you.
If your husband is doing as well as you told me, how come he makes you use these little bits of soap?
Mom, this is our Safeguard. It's little because it's our favorite soap.
Oh, I tried that.
If you tried Safeguard, you'd probably still be using it.
I'm sure I tried it.
I'm sure you haven't.
Well, Grandma, there's only one way to find out.
I don't remember it smelling this fresh. But I bet it doesn't have the protection my soap has.
Wrong, Mom. You can't buy soap with more deodorant protection than Safeguard.
Check the lather, Grandma.
Incredible. Most soaps don't lather up this rich, even when they're big.
But, Mom, I thought you said you tried Safeguard.
Your little Safeguard is so good. If I tried it once, wouldn't I still be using it?
Just try Safeguard. See if it doesn't become the smallest soap in your house.
All right, here's another one. That's a rave, too. Are you sure you want to go through with this?
Yeah, I can take it.
All right. A capacity crowd attended the opening of the Whitney Theater last night to witness the revival of the sparkling Broadway comedy Take It From Here. It was an evening of laughter and poignancy, and the audience responded with a standing ovation at the second act curtain. Chief among the evening's pleasures was a performance of
Spit it out.
Janie Walker in the role of Angela. Miss Walker created the role in Broadway plays with intensity and impeccable comic timing. Makes the role come alive from her first entrance to her last exit. It's hard to imagine anyone else capturing the elfin quality, the devilish spirit of this demanding role. Miss Walker, in a word, is incomparable. What do you expect? She was a hit on Broadway. They're not going to give her a bad review in the Springfield Gazette, you know? I mean, who's this guy anyway? He writes the food column.
I think it's lucky for Jim I had this accident.
Hey, that's a terrible thing to say.
Well, he got a star out of it, didn't he?
Well, here's another one. Take It From Here was a delightful comedy, but it would have been perfect if the role of Angela had been played by the recently incapacitated Mitzi Martin. But a fraction of action, that traction, but this reviewer had the privilege of seeing her in rehearsal.
No, just insane. You made that up.
Well, it's a review, isn't it? Hey, look it, I know more about art than some food critic at the Springfield Gazette.
Ah, it's a young lawyer and the pretty actress.
Well, he's a young lawyer anyway.
Well, what'd you think of the play, huh?
Oh, I didn't see it.
Oh, are you gonna see it?
Without you in it, what's to see? Huh? How you feeling?
Oh, I feel all right. I had this little pain in my shoulder.
Not you, Cliff, the patient.
I'm okay, Doctor.
Well, I'm going to make you feel even better. Starting today, I'm putting you in a wheelchair.
You're kidding? That's great. I mean, it's not permanent, is it?
No, of course not.
Hey, that's terrific. You'll be towing around here like an Indy 500 driver. Hey, you know, you can even act. Did you know that Lionel Barrymore acted from a wheelchair? It's true, really. Hey, you want to see my Lionel Barrymore imitation?
No, not particularly, but thank you.
Oh. Well, it's all right. I mean, it's not perfect anyway.
Well, practice makes perfect. Speaking of practices, I got to get back to my office. You enjoy that wheelchair, okay?
I will.
I'll see you. Hello, Sid.
Hi. Dr. Kavanaugh, you know Eddie Lorimer, don't you?
Yes, we have met.
Yeah, nice to see you again, Doc.
How's Mitzi doing? Can we go in and see her?
Yes, you sure can. She's doing much better. I just ordered a wheelchair for her this afternoon so she can see something besides those four walls.
Oh, hey, that sounds great.
Well, listen, Doc, make sure she gets the very best. You know, white walls on everything. I'll take care of the whole tab, so don't worry about it.
It's already taken care of. Thank you very much. Excuse me.
Doc, we were wondering, is there any more information about the accident, I mean?
Not that I know of. As far as I can tell, the police are satisfied with Miss Fulton's account.
Well, I'm not satisfied. I don't trust that woman, Dr. Kavanaugh, not at all.
Sid, that makes two of us.
Yes, Mr. Reimer, I will certainly tell him. Well, I have an idea that he'll be interested, but I'll have to get back to you on it.
Okay, what is this?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Tuesday at the latest. Thanks for calling. Goodbye. You were like a freight train rushing in here like that. What the hell is the matter with you? That was a business call. Now, can't you wait?
Sorry, but I am sore.
I can see that. What about?
Nora, that's what about.
Well, what is your problem this time?
My problem is you, Spencer. So how come you didn't do what you said you were going to do? How come you didn't fire Nora?
Oh, yes, that. Well, Gunther, it turned out to be a little bit more difficult than I had anticipated.
Why? All you had to do was say, you're fired. Isn't that right?
Not quite.
Well, I thought Mr. Whitney okayed it, if you found a good replacement. And you had somebody coming here this morning, isn't that right?
The interview was canceled.
But why?
Look, if you must know, your little friend Nora has outsmarted us.
What do you mean, outsmarted?
She's found out where a certain body is buried, Gunther, and she's threatening to dig it up.
Huh? You mean Mr. Whitney committed a crime and Nora found out about it?
Don't be so damn literal. And it wasn't anything Mr. Whitney did. A couple of his employees that work for him in another company did it. And the bad thing is a scandal can be very damaging. Do you understand now?
Yeah, I see. So Nora found out about it and she threatened to blow the whistle if you didn't keep her on here at the house?
That's about it, yes.
And you're telling me that you and Mr. Whitney are going to let somebody like Nora blackmail you?
I promise you, this is only a temporary thing. As soon as I get the business problem figured out, then out she goes on the double.
Oh, yeah? Well, I can figure out a solution, but it's wet and messy.
One of these days, Gunther, I'm going to find out what you've got against Nora. It's interesting, especially since she was your baby doll.
Hey, listen, just don't mention the word doll, all right?
Who is it?
A friend.
Like who?
Nora Fulton.
I don't know any Nora Fulton.
You know Dr. Miles Cavanaugh, don't you? I'm taking a little survey of his friends.
A fresh idea is baking. Spread the news.
Now, traditional frosting for German chocolate cake.
Spread the news.
In a ready-to-spread frosting, only from Pillsbury. New Frosting Supreme Coconut Pecan and Coconut Almond. With real coconut and nuts. Try it on our own Pillsbury Plus German chocolate cake.
Then, spread the word.
Delicious.
The freshest ideas are baking at Pillsbury.
If the swab you're using falls apart, you can twirl the strands back together. If the tip flops over, you can pull up the padding so the stick won't poke through. Or you can switch to new Johnson swabs with the new softer tip. The padding is pushed up higher. See the difference? And it's firmly wound, so Johnson's won't fray or poke through. But use as directed for extra safety and comfort. Johnson swabs, new safety and softness from Johnson & Johnson.
I really should have discouraged you from associating with me, Camilla.
And how did you propose to do that? We are brother and sister.
But it's not fair to subject you to the side effects of my way of life.
Tell me something, Ian. Does this sort of thing happen often?
No, but when it does, it's devastating.
You have a wonderful way of making me feel better.
I'm sorry, but you did ask. I was thinking about Joanne.
Are you telling me that something happened to your wife?
No, but it almost did. I happened to intervene in time. There were certain people who thought that threatening Joanna would make me toe the line. They were very nearly right.
Did you give them what they asked for? Like you did the visitor last night?
I rendered their threats useless by divorcing Joanna. But don't look so shocked, Camilla. It met with her hearty approval.
That must be Miss Alexander. I'll go.
Hello, you.
Raven, what a treat to have such a lovely opponent.
I'll leave you to his tender mercies, Raven. If you'll excuse me, I'll see about lunch.
Thanks.
Okay. All right. I don't know about this. It looks awfully complicated.
No, it's quite easy, I assure you.
Well, I hope you have a lot of patience because I'm not very good at playing games.
I wouldn't have thought that. Judging by what happened last night, I'd say you were an expert.
Oh, really? What do you mean by that?
Let me show you. Now, imagine this is the party last night. There you are. The queen.
Me?
Yes. Able to strike out in any direction. Now there are two kings. Skylar and myself. But only able to move one square at a time.
Which one's Skylar?
This one. Protected by the pawn.
Oh, who's that?
The flashing Valerie Bryson. But there I am, you see. Quite unprotected. But ready to be mated.
Let's face it, if all we had to clean was one little spot of greasy dirt, any cleaner full strength would do. But greasy dirt gets everywhere. So I clean by the bucket with Top Job. It's a fact. No leading liquid in a bucket tops Top Job on the toughest greasy dirt. Take pine oils. They're fine full strength. But pour them in water like I do. And see, Top Job cleans the toughest greasy dirt better than pines. Fact is, oil and water don't mix like Top Job. So when you clean the toughest greasy dirt by the bucket, switch from pines to Top Job.
And now there's a new improved Top Job. Dissolves grease faster to clean even better by the bucket.
We'll bet we can get you to try new Enriched Wondra. Just because it comes in a different package that says new on it, that's no reason. What if I told you that new Wondra is enriched with 11 emollients? And clinical testing with dermatologists proved new Enriched Wondra is better than ever at helping your rough, dry skin heal itself. Watch. Your skin is constantly losing moisture, but new Enriched Wondra has even richer emollients than before, so it holds in more of your own moisture, and that helps your skin heal itself naturally. But the best way for you to know how much better it works is to try it. New Enriched Wondra helps your rough, dry skin heal itself better. It really does.
This is great. I can turn around if I want to. I can go backwards. Bet you dollar I can go cross towns, baby, if I want to.
Oh, you better hold off on that one, honey.
Oh, Sid, I can't tell you how great it is to get out of that stupid bed. And Dr. Kavanaugh says it won't be too long before I'm walking.
Hey, he didn't say nothing about tap dancing now, did he?
Oh, no, but I got a feeling it'll be soon.
Hey, well, at least you got wheels. I mean, that's the important thing. You know, I knew a guy who was a friend of mine. He got himself a slight case of lead poisoning in both legs, if you know what I'm talking about. So he had to spend a lot of time on one of those things, but he was a very inventive guy. Now, let me tell you what he did. He got the chair, and he put a motor in it. He had power steering. He put windows, you know, the glass mirrors on the sides. He had a bracket built right here for his arm, and at the end of it was a .38 special with the trigger right there. He even figured out a way how to put a bar on the side of the thing.
Eddie.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm only talking because, you know, it takes our mind off our injuries, you know?
Thanks, Mr. Lorimer.
Yeah, Sid says you were in real rough shape, boy. She said you really looked like hell when they wheeled you into this joint. You were really banged up. In fact, you were one gory mess, you know?
Eddie, we are supposed to make her feel better, not worse.
Well, I am. That's what I'm doing. Hey, listen, everything's going to be okay. Don't worry about it. In fact, listen, I want you to know that you have a job at Sid's Tavern anytime to let you out of this joint. You understand? How's that? Is that better?
That's better.
I appreciate your concern, Mr. Lorimer. Thanks.
Oh, honey, I can't tell you how much better you look. And what good it does my heart to see you out of this bed, even if it has to be in a wheelchair for a little while.
Oh, thanks. And if I said it once, I'm going to say it again. You are one of the great women of our time. Right, Mr. Lorimer?
Oh, you said it, kid.
Come on, you two, cut that out. Listen, Mitzi, I'm really sorry I haven't been able to be here as often as I'd like. It's been kind of hectic down at the tavern, but now that I got myself a partner, I can come over more often.
That's right. Everything is going to be okay.
Hey, I understand. I realize how busy you've been.
Well, never, no more. Not too busy to come and cheer up a friend, right, Eddie?
You said it, baby.
Well, I've been pretty lucky. I've had a lot of visitors, and they've all been wonderful to me. Well, almost all. There was one I could have done without.
Oh, yeah? Who's that?
Oh, the woman who hit me with her car came by.
Nora Fulton?
Yeah.
Well, I saw her out in the hall here one day, but I didn't think she had the guts to come in here and see you.
I mean, she had the nerve to come in here?
Yeah, she came in all right, and she said some pretty nasty things, too.
Oh, yeah? Just what did she say?
She said something about men not going for cripples and stuff like that. Yeah, it really hurt.
Oh, that rotten, dirty piece of garbage.
Watch it, Eddie. Watch it. There's a kid present. Look, Mitzi. Maybe that's not the first time she's hurt you purposely.
I don't know what you mean.
Never mind, I shouldn't have said anything.
Dora Fulton. Somebody ought to put some real hurt on that chick.
How do you like it?
Just black, thanks.
Me too.
We have a lot in common, don't we?
So far, I hadn't noticed. Look, Miss Fulton, I really don't mind visitors, even when they are unexpected. But I still don't get it. Why did you come here to visit me? And what did you mean, making a little survey of Miles Cavanaugh's friends?
Oh, I just meant I wanted to see someone from his past. I mean, a colleague, of course. I have no particular mission, really.
How did you know about me, anyway?
Well, it's no mystery about it. I'm friendly with his nurse, Barbara. Do you know her?
I've seen her, that's all.
She said you wrote a letter to Dr. Cavanaugh looking for a job.
That's right.
So I just thought I'd come by and have a little chat with a former member of the Miles Cavanaugh fan club.
Count me out. I am not a joiner.
I didn't mean that literally, of course. No, I think it's just the opposite with you, isn't it? Just like me. I've never been a fan of his. In fact, and I think I can speak freely, can't I?
Depends on what you're going to say.
I hate that man for what he did to me.
Which is what?
I'd rather not get into the details.
Suit yourself.
Of course, I'm much better off than some of the others. I didn't have an affair with him like you did.
Who told you that?
Dr. Cavanaugh told me that. Oh, he told me about all the women he was intimate with. He was trying to seduce me, of course. Naturally, I refused. I worked in his home with his wife. I didn't need that kind of a mess. I've seen triangles. I know how they turn out.
I can't believe. He talked about me to you.
He talked about other nurses at Claremont. Let's see. Shelley Jackson, Maxine Wright, Georgina Masters. Do you know them?
Oh, sure, I know them. Oh, that's so rotten. He's worse than I thought he was. And to think that once I was so crazy about him.
I'm not your typical women's libber, but I think it's time women fought back against men like Miles Cavanaugh, don't you?
Dr. Cavanaugh,
Yes, Barbara.
I just came to get some things out of my desk, but I'd also like to talk to you.
I really don't think there's much for us to talk about, is there? Barbara, I think it's best this way.
Oh, yes, I agree. I don't want to make you uncomfortable, so I'll be looking for work elsewhere.
Good. I think that's very sensible.
It's only that, well, you know, times aren't that good, and I was wondering if I could stay on a few more days until I can find something.
All right. I guess that's only fair. I've got to find a replacement for you, too.
Thank you, Doctor. I appreciate it. I really do.
Barbara, I'm truly sorry.
Yes. You will be, Doctor.
Will Daddy like it?
Your daddy loves Old Spice.
Why?
That's what makes Daddy smell so special.
I love the smell of my daddy.
You put the ribbon on.
This Christmas, people all over America are giving the men in their lives the classic scent of Old Spice, the clean, fresh, masculine scent so many women love.
I love the smell of Daddy.
And so does Mommy.
For a Christmas gift he'll really love, give him the classic scent of Old Spice.
On General Hospital.
Do you want any more wine?
No, not at the moment.
Blackie gets a lesson in romance.
Must be doing something right.
And learns a lot about love. General Hospital.
Why did I do this?
No.
All right, wait a minute. If I do this, I know you're going to be in big trouble.
No, you can only move the one square at a time.
Oh, hell, I can't do this. I'll never learn.
Yes, you will. As long as you allow me time to teach you.
Dr. Kavanaugh's office. It's Nora. Oh, Nora, make it short. He's in the office.
Everything's going the way we planned. Now, all you have to do is make an appointment for me tonight.
I'll call Mrs. Fitzsimmons. She's supposed to come in at 8. I'll cancel her.
Perfect. I'll be there at 8.
Now what are you making?
We're even having waffles for breakfast.
Waffles? That's not how Mommy makes them.
Daddy's making their own way. No, everything's fine, hon. Gotta go. Love you.
Here's how Mommy makes them.
Aunt Jemima waffles, crispy outside, tender inside. Good old-fashioned waffles.
Just like Mommy makes.
My doctor said no aspirin, but this headache, I don't know what to take. Take 3. Take 3?
Yes, Anacin 3. It's 100% aspirin-free.
I didn't know Anacin 3 is aspirin-free. I'll try it.
Right. Anacin 3 is 100% aspirin-free and contains the most effective aspirin-free pain reliever you can buy.
Feeling better? Headache's gone. Thanks to Anacin 3.
Maximum strength Anacin 3, 100% aspirin-free.
Tonight, a young woman's parachute fails to open, and she plunges 12,000 feet and survives. And a doctor helps patients by putting them in a freezer on That's Incredible. Then the mystery of the fatal seduction of several men by a prostitute obsesses a young coroner's aide when he becomes the object of her fantasy. In I Desire, the ABC Monday night movie. Tonight on ABC's World News Tonight, what does Russia's new regime mean to America? Pentagon correspondent John McWethy looks at Yuri Andropov. How will the man who said peace is only possible through Soviet might test the U.S.? ABC News uniquely qualified to bring you the world.
The Philadelphia brand cream cheese question. When the muffins are still warm and the coffee is fresh ground, isn't it silly not to use Philly?
This is Stormfield. Coming up for you on the 5 o'clock Eyewitness News, a Queens girl. Why was she chained to the basement in her home? The girl was killed today when a fire broke out in that house. We're going to have the latest on the investigation, and we're going to have this for you.
So, you went crazy when they got jukeboxes and diners? What about this? Now you can watch your favorite soap operas? I'm John Butrin. I'll have the story.
Josh Howe will have a special report on New York's best, where to find the best hot dogs in town. Different story at 5.
I'm a good cook. I can make a terrific pie crust.
Like this?
Absolutely not.
Do you?